Hey, Pete Renzula here. I am the writer and director and all the above of Unapologetic. And I'm also actually co-making this film with Mr. Paul Cousins, who's actually provided the score for the film, as well as being the main character. I've just been asked a few questions online about it. There's been some intrigue, which is understandable because it's a bit out of left field, this film. I actually filmed this sort of, not secretly, but certainly not publicly, between my other work I've been doing for other clients. But I have some questions here that you've been asking me, and the first is pretty straightforward. What is Unapologetic? Well, it's my next feature film. A drama comedy. It's quite dialogue driven, as a lot of my films are, and it was a fun one to make. Where'd the story come from? Well, it's actually based on a true story. The whole story, the whole sort of timeline of this film, the people in it, the events in it, and certainly the main character's, I suppose, arc, it was based on a real person. It was my interpretation of what happened, but at its core, it was a true story and is a true story. What's the deal with the multicam thing? So I've alluded to this in my posts about the film, that I shot this multicam. So just to elaborate, what I did with this film, unlike my other films where I did a one camera setup, I would have 5 cameras on them. So there'll be one wide shot, there'll be 2 close-ups, and then sort of 2 other peripheral shots, whether it's over the shoulder or full profile. And I'm the only cinematographer on this film, so I'd have to run between all 5 cameras while the shots are going on. I think the longest shoot we did for this film, for a 15-minute scene, and that's a dialogue-heavy 15-minute scene, the longest shoot was about 2.5 hours, from top to bottom. So, in terms of production, that's extremely quick. If you ask anyone who's made films, it takes a long time. It takes all day. All the angles taken care of. So we get a great scene between the 2 characters. It's all captured in real time. Having 5 cameras means that you have 5 points that you have to be careful you're not getting other shots in. Like a lot of the time we shot with a window behind. They reflect. So I have to make sure that no cameras were in shot on all the different angles in the reflection. There was also a scene where we had 4 people talking at once. And that means 4 different microphones, and we didn't have 4 boom operators. We had no boom operators, it was just me. So these stands here for the mic, so 4 of these. And they were all set up, and they had to be out of shot as well. In this case, we were lucky enough to have a dining table, so I could use a bottle of wine or whatever we had, to actually be in the way of the camera's line of view, to not see the pole of the microphone stand. So it was nuts. But in saying that, once it was set up, because they were sitting at a table, they weren't moving, it was such a breeze to shoot, because I knew I was capturing 5 angles of all these people, and we could just let the scene run, and the rhythm was natural, and it was just, yeah, awesome. I recommend it to any filmmakers if you've got the luxury of having multiple cameras. It really is worth investing the time to try and make it work, because it's just, well, from the editor's point of view, the editor is going to love you for it. It's so good. I like this one came in a few different versions, and a couple were with expletives, in like lovingly. But are you seriously blind? I am, yes. But let me just clarify, I'm legally blind. So I'm not totally blind. That makes no sense to be able to have no vision at all and be able to operate a camera. I can't do that. I am legally blind. So that means I have about 2 to 3% vision of left. So right now I'm looking at the camera, but I can't see what I'm looking at. It's about 5 feet away from me, so the camera lens is 5 feet from me. I can't even see it. I'm just looking in the direction of where I know it's set up. And that goes for people's faces too. If I'm standing in front of you talking to you, I'm not going to see the details of your face at all. You're just a blur of skin tone. So how do I film? Well, I can get a camera's screen, the LCD screen, which shows me what's happening in the frame, and I can get right up against it. So a lot of the time when I'm on set, you'll see me right up against my nose buried into this LCD screen. And on that screen, I've got a feature called focus peaking, which is a harsh highlight that appears on the part of the frame that is in focus. So if I didn't have that focus peaking option where I can see what's in focus, everything would look out of focus to me, or I just can't see what it is. But I do have basically no vision in my central scope at all. My retina, my cones are all gone, they're scarred. In fact, I'll show you a picture now of what it looks like. So what you'll see is a picture of a normal eye. You'll see that sort of dark spot is where the optical nerve is, and then next to it is where the retina is. It's just a sort of a patch, sort of light grey or whatever. And here's my eyes. Now my eyes have of course, the optical nerve, but right next to it is like a cigarette's been put right on the picture and it's just got a burnt hole in the middle. That's my cones in the retina. They're pretty much gone. It's really freaky seeing it actually. So it's a bit of a strange one that I can be legally blind and be behind a camera for all my films, and I get hired by other filmmakers to be the cinematographer and the editor. But that's how I get around it. It's a matter of just getting onto it, getting that technology to help me see what I can do. I got this too because in one of the trailers, like generally people are asking what's with the mafia look. Because there's a couple of shots in the trailers where there's a group of us sitting around a table, and I'm in the scene, I'm a bit of a cameo. I'm in the scene dressed up as a bit of a mob boss. I can't give away too much, obviously, with what that is about, but yes, that's a recurring thing in the film. Okay, so this one here, not many of you asked this because you don't know about it. What's with the scene? And the is in inverted commas. So the scene, if you've watched Anticipation, which also features Paul Cousins, he's one of the main characters in that film as well. There's a certain scene in there that is very, very confronting, not in a gratuitous way, but certainly it gets you cringing. Well, we sort of wanted to pay homage to that in this film, so I can't give away too much, but the scene, you'll know when you see it. All I can say, Paul, you're a trooper that you went through with that. It was hard not to laugh while I was filming that. It was intense. All I can say is, it's not for kids, this film. Just for that scene alone, it's not for kids. Please come and see it at the Luna Palace Cinemas in Leederville. It's amazing. It's actually the biggest room in WA, cinema room in WA. Amazing place. But please come along, my third feature film. So I hope to see you there.